Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Droning Company here with Angad from Skydio. Now you're the channel sales manager there. Tell us a little bit about what you do in your role.
So I help Skydio sell technology to end customers through resellers.
Okay.
So for example, some of these resellers have been doing drones for 10 plus years. They have a technical capacity and a subject matter expertise and they also have deep relationships with our end users. So we want to make sure that as Skydio grows as a company, that we're able to holistically serve our customers in the best possible way, whether that be through direct sales or with resellers, and I manage all of our non-federal resellers here at Skydio.
Excellent. Now, as the channel sales manager, you probably have some product knowledge on what you got going on at Skydio. Over the past few years on my channel, on the Droning Company's channel, we've talked about the Skydio 2, the X2, and now this latest piece of technology, which is award-winning, the Dock. Yes. Tell us a little bit about this series of technology as well as the Dock. I'd like to learn a little bit more.
Sure. So at Skydio, there's really two pillars that I think customers should know. One is autonomy, and that's the base of the company and the base that everything's built on. And the second is manufactured in the United States. So all of our technology is manufactured in the United States. The Dock is manufactured in California. The X2 line of drones is NDAA compliant, and that's also manufactured in California. And then our S2 line of drones is manufactured in Texas, and that's assembled here in the United States. So first, we're manufacturing, assembling, and engineering that technology here domestically, and the core of the technology is all about autonomy. And so it's about, what does autonomy really do for the end user? It makes it the easiest drones in the world to fly. We have this, flying cameras are so powerful, they provide technology and they provide information and answers to different people, whether they be engineers or police officers or firefighters, but we want to make sure that their job's easy, right? We want to let cops be cops, let firefighters be firefighters, give them a piece of technology that they can implement in their workflow that they don't have to spend a lot of time training on and learning about. And so the autonomy makes this the easiest drone technology to use in the world. And that's a value add to our customers.
Absolutely. Award-winning software all the way, or hardware all the way around. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about your application in 3D mapping and modeling, because you did win the 2022 award for Best Mapping and Modeling Drone in a 3D application. So tell us a little bit about the power of both the X2 and the 2 in that application.
Sure, so the fundamental application is the same, whether it be the S2 or the X2, that software base is the same, that autonomy core is the same. The reason we won that award is we have a software product called 3D Scan. And so when we say 3D scan, we're talking about the ability of the drone to collect those photos in the field. Traditionally, drones that are powered through GPS technology, they get stability from their GPS, they're given waypoints. Those waypoints usually give it a 2D grid, and it does a lawnmower pattern above the object. 3D scan innovates on that. It's like taking 5 years of human wisdom and allowing AI to augment that on board on the drone. And what 3D scan really does is you tell it the volume or the object that you're interested in. And then the drone flies around that object, it does an observation of that object, and on board it determines what are the best angles to take the photos. And then it does it. And it does it while avoiding the environment around that object and simultaneously taking the best pictures of the object you're looking at. And so let's give you a real world example, because that was a little theoretical, right? And maybe the folks that are listening didn't follow. We have a utility pole, right? We take that drone, we look at that utility pole, and we say, go ahead, and the drone flies around the utility pole, and it decides, okay, this needs 200 photos at this much overlap. And then when it starts mapping, it slows down, and it starts taking all of those photos. But it takes those photos and it zips between the lines, it goes over the transformers, it goes next to the insulators, and it's there on that utility pole taking photos from so many different angles, high up, very high, close to there, and it's doing it while that utility pole's on and is an energized environment, which means that it has electricity flowing through it, which is unique to Skydio, right? Skydio is the only technology out there that, because of our autonomy, is immune to electromagnetic interference coming off of objects that we may be flying drones around.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I just used a lot of big words and a lot of complex terms. And for folks out there, the best way is to see it. Yeah. See it to believe it.
Absolutely.
So contact Skydio. Let's get a rep out there, let's get the drone in your hands, and let's get you flying this technology so that you understand where it's fundamentally different than all the other drones in the market.
I love that call to action, absolutely. Before we wrap things up, I do want to know a little bit more about the Dock and what people can expect while using that.
So the dock is the future of drone technology, right? It's the idea that we're moving from a pilot and a hand controller to a world where docks are flying autonomously out of these, or drones are flying autonomously out of docks, which are little dog houses that the drone is charging, being connected to the internet, uploading data. So let's think about a repetitive task, something that someone has to do all the time. That may be the inspection of a gauge at an oil and gas facility. This may be an older gauge attached to a piece of machinery that's a little high up, and that we need to get a photo of it, or it needs to be monitored every 20 minutes or every hour. We'll fly a drone. Let the drone take off out of the dock, go and take the picture of the object and go back in. And let it do that at every interval you want, every 20 minutes. And so now we've taken a repetitive task that a human has been doing, and we're augmenting that with AI-powered drone technology in our dock. So essentially, for tasks that have to be repeated over and over and over, our dock allows the drone to be somewhere remote in this world, charging, connected to the internet, powered up, and then fly autonomously out of that without having to have a pilot right there to open up a case and take out a drone and launch it.
Excellent. That is great. If people want to learn more about Skydio on their own, where do they best go to? Your website, social media?
Talk to one of us. Reach out to Skydio. We have so many great humans that want to talk to other humans. So yeah, we sell AI technology, but we're having humans sell that. So yeah, the human element of it, right? So come ahead and bring your questions forward, contact us, reach out to Skydio, go on our website, click contact, and just reach out, send an email, and someone will get back to you. More than happy to do that. We have a really good team. They're well educated, and they're really passionate about this stuff.
Absolutely. Check out Skydio for sure. Angad, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.